interesting thing about those small Philharmonic coins that I have. Do you know they all have rust-looking spots on them? Yes, that we have. Have you checked yours? Mr. Metal, Salivate Metal,
Hello, Mr. Log, how art thou?
doing very well. I'm
Yeah,
doing
and
as good as I'm doing.
sorry about this. For some reason, even when and thank you, Silver Siren, for the invite. The invite always comes to to my quote other account, which I have to have my YouTube channel. So this is the email address, and I need to put an avatar picture in this. I just keep forgetting to do that. Strange Google Plus or Google Minus, as Silver Siren calls it. Anyways, how are you all doing?
Um, as good as it's getting, you know. Still
Yeah,
dealing with this broken foot.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm still dealing with my broken foot.
Broken foot. Whoa, what happened? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, it happened about a little over 3 weeks now. Just broke my foot.
Wow. Were you what did you do to break your foot? I mean, how did you do that?
I'm just gonna say I was street fighting. It sounds cooler that way.
Wow. Okay, right. Wow. Well, hey, sometimes as MMA things can catch up with you, and we're not as young as we used to be. And if being a kickboxer, Brian the kickboxer, might be difficult. Well, I'm sorry, sir. I hope it heals up quickly for you. And
Thank you, thank you. It's alright. It's giving me some time at home to think about life. So
sure, yeah. Well, Silver Siren mentioned this Paris attacks, and it's very very sad and unfortunate what happened in Paris. And again, my thoughts and prayers are to all the victims, and I hope that this is it's sad that it takes something like this to really be a wake up call to fight terrorism. But I'm glad to hear, I guess it's President Hollande say that it will be a pitiless war, and I believe that hopefully I think there's only one way to stop these guys, and that's just to go after them.
well, I don't know. I mean, look, how long have we all been going after them and nothing has really stopped? They just, the terrorists, they always say, oh, well, because you went after us, we had to come after you. And then it's like, all right, well, now we're going to go back after you. And someone down the line will be like, well, you killed my family going after us again, so that's why we did this. And it's a never ending story.
It's a perpetual thing. I understand that. Yeah, and see, the thing is that you know I believe that a lot of the terror groups running under the ideology are just using that as an excuse. And it's and I don't really believe we've really been as vigilant as we could be in the war on terror since we quote declared it as such because of political correctness. And I think political correctness has gotten in the way of fighting this war, and I think that's what you're seeing in Europe especially these days. But it's a shame that people have to resort to killing innocent people regardless of what the reasons are. I mean, those Parisians, you know, most of them, in fact, I dare say a lot of the French people are against a lot of the foreign policy that you see coming out of the United States and even the UK. And some of them may even sympathize with some of the reasonings, and yet they get killed. Um, there's no rhyme or reason for it. I don't believe you can really explain it as far as a geopolitical thing. I believe it's an ideology we're fighting against, and it's it's very sad.
Yep. But listen, it's it's gonna sadly come down to a point where I don't know what was it, the Iranian nuclear deal. They're gonna get their hands on that stuff, and
Yep.
somebody's gonna suffer very badly
Exactly. And that's
because
just it. That's just it. That's why the Iranian nuclear deal is so dangerous, because when you think about it, you know, that version, a lot of like of what this people, what the clerics and the Ayatollah believe, they want to bring about the 12th Imam, and it's about a an Armageddon type situation. And in fact, I think most of ISIS believes as well that there's going to come a time where there's a to bring about the Battle of Armageddon, which is in a town in Syria, actually, believe it or not. And so they each have their own brand of this Armageddon type situation. They want to bring it about, which means they don't care who dies in it. You know, they want to bring them out, and the way to do that is through this chaotic type situation.
oh yeah. Well, well, I really hope nothing like that happens, and you know, we can only pray. But knowing these madmen and the way they've been able to sustain themselves and get certain things, it's only a matter of time.
Right, right. And see, the thing is if we didn't involve ourselves, let's say we pulled out of the Middle East completely and just left it and said, you know what, we're not gonna be involved anymore. Really, in a sense, that's what happened in Iraq. We got out of Iraq, and look what happened. They festered and they grew, and and it's so, you would think that they would be like, hey, the United States got out of Iraq. We're going to stop attacking. We're going to stop, this aggression now. But they don't. They keep going.
Nope. Oh,
It looks like Silverpicker joined us.
Hi, Silver Picker, and hi,
hello,
Not So
Silver.
New.
Hey, Sal.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Well,
Great.
besides this stupid cold I can't seem to get rid of.
Oh yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hello, King Going. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, Salivate Metal?
Doing well. Doing well.
Yes, and I hope, Brian, that your foot heals up quickly, my friend. How much longer did they say it would take?
Maybe 3 or 4 more weeks.
Oh, that's not too bad. It'll go by in no time.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind at home. I'd rather be working.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you can't get out and move around. I mean, the foot is a very important part of the body. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey everyone.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Silver Picker.
Hello,
Now,
Silverpicker.
Hey King.
Hello,
Are you
Silver
in a
Picker.
cast? Are you in a cast, Brian? Or
They had me in a cast for a week, and then the doctor decided to put me in a boot for the rest of it.
okay.
So it's not too bad, but I mean the boot's just as crazy as the cast. You can't really move too much.
Right.
Let's see. Let's get back to some coins, and I'm just gonna bring up very expensive coins.
Yeah. Wow. Well, now that's a nice design. That Canadian gold coin.
Tom Thomas Pine Island Bay, 300 minted. I really wonder down the road anybody's gonna be looking for this stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's these coins that come out, they're coming out with so many designs and things. A lot of them are beautiful, but you kind of forget about some of these issues. I mean, you look back, and not just quote these higher numismatic issues, but I don't know if you remember in 2013, Suriname came out with a bullion coin.
Yes, I do remember.
And I got a roll of those and maybe 1 or 2 extra, but people had forgotten about those, and actually, believe it or not, they came out with them in 2012. I've actually been trying to find a 2012 version of those for quite a while, but they're very hard to come by. I think you can find them in Europe, but not so much in the United States. And when you do, they're very, very expensive. But even the 2013 ones are expensive. But nobody, people pretty much have forgotten about them.
Oh yeah, I've actually been trying to look for at least one on eBay just to see, but no one ever puts them out.
Right? Yeah.
Look at this, 200 for 200.
Hey, hi ho.
Hello,
Look at these
hi-ho.
These
How's
guys are like
everybody doing?
gigantic.
Hey, I
Hey guys,
What's up? What's up?
doing the thing.
From the Pacific Northwest.
Deep.
How's the weather?
Live from the bunker.
Well, I'm at the home base today, but close enough.
You see
Right.
I love how you advertise that. That is so cool.
I kind of went back and watched some of my old videos, and I saw how the little taglines developed, and they just kind of stuck.
Is the bunker itself deep in the woods of the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, my dad. I live right in central Washington State, and my dad and I have developed some land up off a river in the Cascade Mountains, and so he graciously lets me park my gigantic fifth wheel up there, so
Nice.
I get to park out in the middle of the wilderness and enjoy it. It's in a bit of a floodplain, so I got to be careful on occasion, but it's gorgeous 90% of the time.
Right.
Could we get some GPS coordinates?
Dead center. It's
Dead
close,
center. There you go.
It's close to a lake called Lake Wenatchee. And
That's all
the
I need
lake.
to know.
Yeah, that's the lake that I call my pool. And so it's about 2 minutes from the bunker.
You ever dumped any silver in there just to quench it?
No, that might be something. It runs right off a nice big glacier. It's cold as crazy. That might be cool.
Now that might be interesting. Forging
Drop
something and then dropping it in a glacier.
Like a 100-ounce bar or something.
Right. Wow.
Hey, you see this? Look at this coin. It has a milk spot right there.
Yeah. Wow. Even on the images of the coins, there's milk spots for the.
That's funny.
That's funny. Actually, that design element. I'm a sucker for symmetry in coin design, and that's pretty attractive to me. I kind of like that.
Well, then it should have a milk spot on both sides, so it's symmetric.
How is it possible that when the majority of the time we find the milk spots on the silver maple leaves, as soon as we get them in our hand, but I've heard that some people in the stacking community here on YouTube say that they seen the milk spots develop over time. After maybe a year or 2 years, they take it out to enjoy it, and they notice the milk spot, even though they store and keep the coin securely and safely, and keep it from banging around and what have you. How do you think that happens?
I think it's atmosphere. I think it's and even then, because there's some coins that have been slabbed that have developed them too, and but unless you really have it in a cool, dry place. And even then, I don't know that that's really totally exempt from milk spotting, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's...
But I thought that salivate, the milk spots develop because the Canadian process, the minting process, the procedure that they go to is they have some, it's benign defective, if you will. It's not perfect. There are some flaws in it, so that causes the milk spots. I just don't fully understand how they happen later on down the road after you receive it in your hand.
Yeah,
That
that's my
just
question.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's because of the process, that the way the blanks are cleaned and handled during the annealing process, and sometimes it just takes a while for them to show up, and I'm not sure exactly. It's a chemical process, I guess.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
I don't know, but obviously there's somehow their time. But I think it's environmental in some ways, bringing them out.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah. And I've
But there's
also,
also something called hazing that occurs as well that is definitely environmental, and that could be confused
yeah.
with it. But I think the humidity can cause one form of a milk spot other than others, and it could be because of the annealing process. Those blanks are more prone to it for to occur. But the hazing occurs. You can usually dip that out, but it just depends on the
Yeah.
coin and depends on the
Yeah.
situation.
It
And
happens
all
with
the
gold.
and all the coin shows that I've been to, and I've talked to PCGS and NTC, they always have representatives at these major coin expos, and on the bourse floor, you see them walking around, and they all state that PCGS has said this and NGC has said this, that milk spotting does not affect the Sheldon scale grade. They just see it as a matter of fact. It's like having dye striations on some of the larger silver Canadian dollars. The dye striations are there, and it does not impact or affect the grade that we assign the coin when it's in our hands in
You know what?
PCGS.
I mean,
Well,
to us though, it's BS because when we look at it, you want something perfect. You want something that's
That's right.
beautiful,
That's right.
That's right.
immaculate.
Yeah,
And and it's different than the dye striations too, because what you're talking about
Yeah.
is like on the bullion coins, and also what's known as a specimen finish for the Royal
right.
Canadian Mint, and
That's
that
right.
is a purposeful, and that is a way to treat the dyes to bring about a beautiful aspect to it.
That's right.
And so that's something wholly different. So that's
Yeah.
another reason why I'm against modern coin grading, because when the grading companies are defending the milk spotting, there's an issue.
Well, of course, and I knew that, and I totally agree, and that's the point that I wanted to make out here in this chat is I'm not saying that I agree that the milk spotting should not affect the grade. I just wanted to tell everybody in the room how a stupid statement would come out from PCHS and NGC, and basically it's a very insulting comment. I totally agree with you, Brian. I want a beautiful, pristine, Canadian maple leaf in my Dansko. I don't want to see that milk spot when I go to enjoy that collection.
Especially when you're paying such a high premium for something.
Mhm.
They should be
Exactly.
Yeah.
well, the grading companies don't have much of a choice, though, do they? If they're going to grade modern coins that have potential for milk spot, if they admit that the milk spot lowers the grade, they're upfront admitting that their grade has no value. So as collectors, we always have to buy the coin and not the slab. But
That's right.
I don't know what other choice they have, because
Well,
I do. I
Don't
know
they
what
preserve
choice
it?
they have.
Don't they have like a preservation thing?
here's-
Because
Let's hear it, because every slab they make, if they're going to do modern coins, becomes inaccurate as soon as it develops a milk spot. That's outside.
Here's the choice they have. Here's what they could
It's
tell.
common sense.
Here's what they could say. They could say that through all the processes when they grade the coins, at the time of submission and the time of release, it is this grade. Environmental conditions are the caveat, and whatever happens after the grade is after the fact. They will honor the grade, but they will say, well, there's milk spotting on this if it's developed afterwards. But see, the thing is there's preservation techniques that NGC and PCGS has. PCGS has Secure Plus, which is probably the most respected preservation technique. But the problem with that is it only preserves it from that time. You can get a Secure Plus label from a coin, and it can milk spot in a week.
Yes.
Because it's not environmentally sealed. In other words, those slabs are not sealed tight from the environment.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying from their standpoint, it makes perfect sense. That they discount, that they take the milk spotting or those things off the table, because instantly when they say that lowers the grade that they themselves have certified, that diminishes their credibility.
Right, right. But there's a way they could say it that's a little bit that could still as a disclaimer of them to say, hey, this is the grade. If it milk spots any coin that we take in, if it milk spots after our grade is applied to it, the grade is still honored, but understand that that it's not environmentally, it's not air sealed, and that it could still, it's prone to it. They could have that as a disclaimer on their website or whatever. It's still,
Of course they can. Of course
Yeah,
they can.
Isn't that what they say their policy is already? Don't they already disclose that?
I saw it on PCGS, but not on NGC's website.
Ah. Well, another reason PCGS is kind of taken over.
Yeah, PCGS is a bit more respected, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's and see, that's just it. I mean, it would be nice if there was technology out there to completely seal the coin from environmental, but apparently they've not gotten there yet. But you would think that they would be able to do that, to keep it vacuum and sealed so that they can suck out all of the air in the slab, and you just have the coin in there and the material.
I don't know the science well enough. If it was sealed just instantly at the mint, wouldn't it still potentially milk spot? Because the
Yes.
problem, yeah.
Yes, it can.
So I don't know that would solve it.
Because the way that the Mint seals it is different than how PCGS sonically seals it. The understanding that I have is when the U.S. Mint seals it, they know that they can speculate what collectors will send to PCGS and NGC. So the method of those sealing is not the same as a sonic seal that PCGS does.
Right. Yeah, mints never air seal their coins. If you get them in a capsule, air can still get in there.
Of course it can. Yeah.
Right. So if PCGS does an even better job of sealing them, it's not going to prevent the spotting anyway.
No. But it helps significantly, and it's also the responsibility of the collector like you and I to store that PCGS coin properly.
Right, to not allow moisture or air to get in there.
Yeah, in your safe at home, for all of our safes, you need to keep a humidor in the back and level it center. Don't keep it on the upper lower left or the lower right, Center that humidor and check it, and make sure that you have your safe in a place that doesn't have a lot of high humidity. And as long as you do that, I don't think it should milk spot or have any unsightly spots on it. Now, what happens down the road if you don't get it slabbed by PCGS? I mean, I agree with, you're buying the coin and not the grade, but then you don't want those damn milk spots on your coins either.
Yeah,
you just don't send anything modern in.
I'm critical of the graders. I'm critical of the minters. The graders really are they don't have any control over this. It's not their problem, really.
Right.
That's right.
It's the mints. It's the mints, and it's not just Royal Canadian Mint. I know.
What would be really effective is if the graders said, "Okay, mints, if you have a reputation for grading or for spotting, we're not going to grade your modern coins."
But they'll never do that because they want the money to get.
You lose.
They want the business.
Yeah, but I don't know what else is going to cause the mints to get it together.
Right.
When people
they won't. Buying. They don't care because it's all about the bottom dollar. They don't really care. They don't care. They're just in the business to make money, just like any other corporation.
Yeah, you would have to get a whole bunch of people together and tell everyone just don't buy. Like on the next release, don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So modern coins probably have to be one of the highest, most graded coins out there.
Yep.
That's right. And just like I don't buy from AppMex, I agree with you, Brian. You have to have a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people that will just protest and, stand up and not do it. But
that's right.
You're
100% right.
Yep, everything's supply and demand. There's not enough people that care that much, so it's not going to change. So
It's like
Oh,
the premiums with junk silver. I mean, I went to an LCS a while back, and this guy had a bunch of stuff there, and I'm like, what do you want? He's telling me he wants 14, I think it was $14 like 50 cents, and the spot price was maybe like $1.10 for a dime, so like 11 times face. And he's like, well, there's supply and demand, and I didn't see anyone else there buying any junk silver, so I really didn't see his point, because
well, you have to understand, Silver Picker. I work at a coin shop part-time, and I can really, really understand where the dealer is coming from. You have to understand, brother, that he has overhead. He has employees he needs to pay. He's probably paying rent that some of the rent. I mean, I had a local coin shop. I was visiting a local coin shop somewhere in the South. I was on business, and he was in a strip mall, with the Chinese food and a laundry mat and all that. And he got in the conversation. He pays $1,200 a month to have his coin shop there. That's ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Wow.
So I understand, even though spot is below, let's say, $15 an ounce, and he's selling silver rounds for $18.50. I mean, give the man a break. He's got to do something.
Yeah, well, that is true.
So I don't know, but I agree with you. I want to get it as close to spot as possible,
Yeah.
but.
But the thing is, though, he's telling me that there's supply and demand, but no one else was there no one else was there buying any, and he had a ton of it. And the other thing is, there's tons of other stores that are selling it for maybe 11 times or 11 and a half times face.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
And what was he selling it for?
He was selling it like, I think $14 for a dollar face.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's a little high. But then, like I said, brother, it all comes down to, overhead and bills and the fact that he has to pay those employees.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not easy. And in the last, 5-10 years, you've seen local coin shops, the brick and mortar stores, just literally close because they can't compete with online. They can't compete with eBay. They can't compete with AppMex. So they close, or they have to raise their prices to make ends meet.
Or,
You're right.
Or just put it in your garage and say it's a garage sale.
Well, and I certainly can attest to that because I know my local coin shop and I've talked to the owner, and pretty much it's the same story as what King Coin is talking about. But one benefit to going to your local coin shop when they do have these coins is you can see the coin before you buy it. You can hold it. You can, and that's how my Tubular Journey series is pretty much about that. It's about being able to see each coin, because a lot of these eagles, you buy them some places and they come from the same die, and a lot of times they're struck off center and the like. And so this gives you a chance to really see it before you buy it.
Yeah, you're right. But then what do you do, Salivate, if you're working on a set like me, like on United States half cents or 3-cent nickels or 3-cent silvers, and it's the tough dates, you're forced to go online. So my suggestion, I'm sure all of you know this, check that dealer's feedback, check his return policy. And if he gives you 2 weeks return policy, and if for some reason you don't like it when you have it in your hand, then at least you have the comfort to know, Salivate, that you can return it, because how else are you going to fill up a collection and complete a series?
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but a lot of things on eBay, they are pretty priced high. I'm just referring to silver now, because I know sometimes you can get some of the coins for a good deal. But silver is priced really high on eBay. I don't know if you guys noticed. Not buying from the dealers, but buying from just a regular individual that's selling.
And you know why that is, right? Because they have to pay that 13%.
Yeah, plus the PayPal.
Right.
And then I think if you're considered a dealer on eBay, you get a discount, but you have to pay a fee also, isn't that?
So you don't get a discount at the end. I mean, that's how they.
Well,
Mm,
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to keep it polite,
Certain
but you know, it's all market manipulation and a bunch of BS, if you will. Nobody
Yeah.
agrees with it. So
If you sell a large enough volume, then they call you
Yeah.
a top-rated seller, and then you actually do better by paying them a membership, basically, and then they cut the fees. They also, I usually sell when they offer me an incentive to sell. So right now I've got some items that are no eBay fees because they enticed me to list.
yeah,
So I
Nice.
usually just kind of, you can do, Silver Picker, the pricing on auctions, it's a time investment, but you can find usually things that are not too obscure for pretty decent market when you look at the sold statistics, but not on the buy it nows.
Oh yeah, buy it nows are jacked up.
Yeah, but the seller can just sit it on buy it now forever without paying a penny. So that's what a lot of guys do. They just throw a bunch of crap on the buy it now and hope they get lucky and eventually convert to auction what they don't. But it doesn't cost them a penny if it
Is
doesn't
that is
sell.
is that always the case? I hope the buy it nows. There's no fees.
There's no fees on anything until it sells. So they have an incentive if they're not in a hurry to list it high.
Oh, I see. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
to hope it sells, and then you can relist it for free. So on an auction, you can go to 7 days, or you have to pay an extended auction fee.
Okay.
But on the buy it nows, you go 30 days at a time forever without paying anything.
Okay. Yeah, because I've never sold on eBay, so I was just curious how that worked.
Me either. I never sold on eBay.
I sell maybe about 70% auction and 30% buy it now, maybe. But I always
Okay.
try to price my stuff cheap because I don't feel like spending time listing something not to sell it. If I'm listing it, I want to sell it as soon as I
Yeah.
can. So,
Right.
but some guys literally have hundreds of items just listed all the time.
Yeah.
One time I got lucky on a buy it now. I had one of those 2014 3-coin Perth Mint. It's got the kangaroo and the koala and the kookaburra, high relief.
Yeah, the high relief ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked one up for cheap from Gainesville, and I put it up what I thought was pretty high on buy it now, and a guy bought it and then offered to buy 2 more from me. So
Wow.
I guess,
Nice.
it's just a matter. I thought I was overcharging, but somebody wanted it. Sometimes it's a matter of what's listed on a certain item at a certain time. So I kind of watch and see, okay, well, there's a bunch of those listed. I'm not going to list one. And sometimes,
Right.
like I have a 10-ounce Lunar Series 1 Year of the Pig that's in great shape, and I just kind of watch, and I'm going to list it when there's nothing else there. Then hopefully I can get a higher dollar for it.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But it takes a lot of time. You got to have a lot of dead time.
Right.
Time sitting in the forest when
A
it's
lot of
raining.
patience too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure thing. That's for sure. Well,
That's-
more power to you. That's great.
That's the
Mhm.
thing about this hobby. A lot of the young guys getting in, if you don't love doing it, because if you broke it down, no matter how successful you are, to your per hour wage,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty small, no matter how good at it you are. So if you
Yep.
don't love doing this, don't even bother.
Oh
Right.
yeah. That's right. And that's the same for anything in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to have a passion for it. If you have a passion, then it opens a lot of doors and makes it much more enjoyable and a lot much more easier to do it.
Yeah, I work with a lot of young people, and that's one of the messages that I constantly give. What is it that you love doing? Go do it. You're going to be really good at it, and then you'll get paid.
Yeah. And my daddy would say curiosity. If you have curiosity and a desire to learn in whatever it is in life, you'll probably be very successful at it.
And then it won't be work to you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Exactly.
And you're making money at the same time because it's a whole lot easier because you have a passion for it.
And that's when the opportunities of life, they just kind of magically present themselves. Ideas develop into things that you didn't think they ever would. Here I am. I'm selling hand poured bars. I never even knew really what silver was 2 years ago. So you never know when you just follow something you like where it can lead. It's really organic that way.
Yeah. If
Yep.
you're just in it for the money, I mean, you're not gonna be as successful, you know, or you're not gonna have such a great chance of being as successful. Whereas if you're doing it because you like it, you're gonna enjoy what you're doing, and you're gonna want to get better at it and expand.
It'll come to you too.
That's true.
Yep.
Now, I want to ask, I don't mean to be rude and change the subject, but I know that Mr. Salivate Metal and another person tend to not have much time in these chats. So I want to ask a quick question and get the opinion of the people in the chat here. I like watching late at night those, coin show networks. They're like home shopping network, but all they do is just sell coins and numismatic related stuff. I don't ever buy because their prices are grossly inflated. But
Yeah.
I just like watching them, listening to them, how they present the material and all that. Now, everybody knows that this year is the last year that they will have the St. Gaudens golden, the quarter, half ounce, 1/10, and 1 ounce. The St. Gaudens next year will be they started in '86, so next year it will be how many years? 50 years, right? So this is the last year that they're going to have the St. Gaudens on the obverse, and they have a totally new design coming out next year.
I've not heard that.
Yes, well, that's what this dude that has been collecting coins evidently for the last 40 years. I don't really believe him.
There's the thing with those shows. The problem with those shows is that a lot of times they bloviate and they kind of take
Yes, they do.
rumor and perpetuate it. Because there was a rumor a while ago saying that the Silver Eagle was going to change in design too. The Walking Liberty, or the eagle in the back, was going to change, but that never happened.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to coin news on various websites, and there's not even any talk of the
There you go. That's right. Now, I wanted to ask, I totally agree, Salivate, and I'm glad you brought that up, brother, because I agree with you. I was getting to that, but you had jumped in, and I'm not implying, you interrupted. Don't get me wrong, brother. But what I found interesting is he was really had a strong conviction, and just he knew it like the back of his hand. He claimed that this year will be the last year for the St. Gaudens on the obverse. Now, let's suppose it were to be. I agree with you, Salivate. I think he's full of it. I don't believe him. I follow coinnews.net and another one that doesn't come to me. And neither of those sites talked about this year being the last year for that. But let's just speculate. Let's just do the what if. What if it were to be that? We all know that the 10th and the quarter and the ounce typically are based on bullion. There are only maybe 2 or 3 years that have any numismatic value. Do you think as time were to go on, 5, 10 years down the road, that the St. Gaudens design would start pulling away from bullion value or spot price and start going towards or leaning towards numismatic value?
For which years? I guess that's the question. For the ones that you specified with low mintages for some of the fractionals and the like, I think you'll continue to see those. For the others, I don't think I'll make a bit of difference because there's too many of them out there.
That's right. Okay.
And I mean, eagles in general, whether they be silver or gold, are going to have a premium to them anyway, a small premium just because of their very nature. But it's I think if they change the design, it's just because of the population of them. It's probably hard to guess that they would be worth much more than they are now. I mean, and some say, well, the 2015 pandas that don't have the weight listed on them as a 1-year design. I think there's a potential for those, maybe,
Yeah.
depending on the mintage for those. And of course, next year they're going to do the grams, and those could be possibly worth.
Now, coming back to the U.S. coinage, though, Salivate, I agree with you that I don't see it going towards numismatic. The only way that I think it would be numismatic if gold were to go to 1,600 an ounce and people started melting those St. Gaudens eagles, gold eagles, then it would turn into numismatic, because then it would be all about surviving mintage. Why people melt gold and silver to get a stupid bar beats me. I don't know why you would want to do that, because if it's a high grade,
I don't
you don't see that happening.
I don't see people melting down gold eagle. I think if anything, they're going to if they're gonna melt anything down, it'd be the other generic. I mean, like those OPM gold bars, or
let's hope so. Let's hope so, because believe me, I have seen people do amazing things, Salivate, and I'm not being disrespectful towards you, Hi-Ho. What you do, brother, is totally different. I'm talking about these people that take not just Cull, Morgan, or Peace dollars. They take, Franklin halves or Barber half dollars that have a damn good natural toning and good eye appeal to them, and they're not Culls by any way, shape, or form, and they melt them down to make a damn silver bar. That amazes me.
Unless you're a refiner. If you're a refiner, you're just buying it. You don't give a crap what it is.
Yeah.
And you melt it and sell it if you can do that at a profit. But I don't know why anybody would do that. I've
seen it. I have seen it. It's amazing. There was an older gentleman who lived maybe five or 8 blocks from me. He moved away. He got old, and he moved into a nursing home, and he would basically do what you do, Hi-Ho. He would, melt down silver, and I would say to him, sir, please, if you get any higher grade Barbers or Walkers in, and you decide to melt them down, please call me, and I'll be over in 10 minutes before you throw them into your melter, because I'll buy them from you. I just don't know why they would do that, because that's history.
Yeah.
If you melt that down, it's gone.
And isn't it illegal to do that to American coins on American soil?
I don't think it's illegal to melt the silver, but it's illegal to melt copper.
I thought it was illegal to.
I think that's the circulating coinage. I don't know that it applies to the. I think the copper cents were protected by an actual decree, I think, from the Secretary of the Treasury.
That's right.
I don't know if that applies to the old silver coins.
I don't think it applies to old silver, Salivate, but I do know for a fact that, like you just said, you cannot melt down the copper, cents to get a copper bar out of them.
Right.
So
I don't know.
Found, just to go back to clarify on that new design, I did find an article here.
Oh, where is it? Can you put the link in the internal?
I don't know if I can, but it's on Coin News.
Uh-oh.
And the CCAC, which is the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee,
there you go.
They had proposed that they changed it, but this was a year and a half ago, though.
That's a silver eagle, though, right?
Let's see, I'll read the paragraph. 2 main messages were delivered via a teleconference held Tuesday, which would have been last July, a year ago. Yes to a U.S. Mint proposed 2015 24-karat gold ultra-high relief coin, and no to a CCAC recommendation to change the reverse design of the American Silver Eagles.
Yep.
So
I read that.
said no.
Yeah.
I read that same article. Yeah, that's the one I was referring to as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this man, what's his Mike Mesiak or whatever this.
Yeah,
one.
I know who Mike Mesiak. Yep.
I mean, he knows numismatics left and right, just like everybody in this panel does, but he likes to inflate it, Salivate. I totally agree with you. Yep. Just to make people pick up that phone and dial that 800 number.
Yep.
But it's interesting to listen to him, and he was so adamant last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, stating that, you know, it's going to happen, folks. Therefore, get this St. Gaudens gold coin, 1 ounce, you know.
Yeah, and that's just it. I've heard him. I've watched him many times, and he makes more mistakes than you think, really.
Yep.
And you know, I mean, yes, he does know how to. He's a smooth talker, and he's right about there is no 70.1. There's no 71. You know, I mean, he's right about basic facts like that. But some of this other stuff, it's always better to fact check.
Yes,
and
right.
to research and not go on rumor and innuendo, and not be suckered into it, because you know it doesn't take much for some people, and especially he's appealing to the to those who don't have the knowledge, like you and I do.
Yeah.
About these things, and so people are going to hear him and think, oh, it's the gospel truth, when
Yeah.
when
And that's what's really sad, especially these folks that get those ads in Fortune magazine or Entrepreneur magazine, where you say, you know, limited edition gold by the U.S. Mint, you know, government reserve, you know, send in, you know, $124.95, and it turns out to be gold plated. That's just, not only is it disgustingly dishonest, I don't know how they sleep at night, but those ads like that should be illegal, because they come into the coin shop that I work part-time, and I hate having to tell that lady or that man, the gold that's in this coin, sir, is probably not even worth 8 cents.
Yeah.
well, they get away with it with the fine print that says,
Yeah.
you know, this is
Yeah.
24 karat 100 mil
Plated.
gold.
Yeah, they
And-
say plated.
Well,
But my problem, Salivate, is you don't have the right. That's where the law should step in and say, you don't sell that damn coin for $124.95. That's ridiculous.
right. Well, and that's just it. You know, I mean, really, it's sad. I mean, I agree with you, but I don't think, you know, that it's really. You know, the government can't get too involved, because you know it's got to be up to the buyer. Generally, my rule is, if it looks to be too good to be true, more than likely it is.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
And
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Salve. If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Well, there's a lot of. I mean,
the
I don't
government
mean,
to protect us from everything.
Yeah.
you know, and I don't mean to talk to the common folk. You know, the people. I mean, the people that are in this panel. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking about to John Smith, my next door neighbor that I've known for 20 years. He has a heart of gold. He's just ignorant. He doesn't know numismatics like you and I do. And then that poor man, 2 o'clock in the morning, is thinking, well, this is a good investment for my grandchildren or my grandchild. Let me buy it. He's not an idiot by any way, shape, or means.
Oh
Now,
no, I understand.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's like, well, you can't expect. Well, I don't know. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I understand you have to do your homework. It's your responsibility. You know, if it sounds too good, but you know, it's I don't know. It still makes me sick
It
that they
does.
have the nerve to do that.
Yeah,
It's
I
sad
agree.
because they think they're getting one thing and they're getting the other thing, and what
Right.
they're paying for isn't really worth whatever it's printed on.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Some people take advantage, and it's a shame that it happens, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do it, but that's all I had, folks. I'll stop talking now.
Does anybody besides me buy the Britannia edge privies?
They did the horses last year, right? Did they do a goat privy on the edge this year with the Britannias?
Yeah, it's out. They sell them only through A-Mark,
Ah,
and you have to have a $15,000 order to buy them.
wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's going to kill that series off pretty quick if they only have one distributor. Reminds me of a government type situation times 1,000.
Yeah, they say they minted 175,000 of them. So
Wow.
I don't remember where it was, but what was it? I got a roll of them. I think they have the the horse privy on it. Wasn't that JM Bullion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've got both the first two, the horse and the snake. And I found them on eBay. One guy is selling them on eBay.
Have you followed the value on those at all?
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
But
We're selling them super cheap, so I figured there's not much risk here, but I haven't paid attention to what they do now.
yeah, and the problem is if you can't get them, I collect Britannias, so I kind of got to have at least one.
Well, I have 20.
Oh, I've got the horse and the snake.
I know, I'm just trying to get rid of mine.
Yeah, my LCS had some of the horses, and I didn't buy them because of all the spots on them, as a Silver Siren says here in the chat. They're very spotty.
Does anybody have any extra Half-Ounce Lunar series, series 1 or 2 that they want to trade or sell?
I just sold a dragon last week.
Yeah, I bought one from you, Hi-Ho. I love that coin, that half-ounce one, Series 1.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's beautiful. That's probably my favorite, maybe right after the rooster.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is a good deal on the half-ounce dragon? Because I would like to pick up a half-ounce dragon, but I don't know where to, what to spend.
I think I paid, wait a minute, I got my database open. I think I paid 18 or 20, I think less than 20.
Oh, wow, that's really good. Well, it seems compared to what I've been seeing.
Are you talking, if you're talking Series 1, you're going to pay between 30 and 40 probably. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
For a Series 1. I don't know anything about the Series 2.
Are you wanting Series 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
I paid
The
about
dragon?
$13 for my Series 2. I only have a couple of the half-ounce.
The dragon?
Yeah.
Dragon.
There's a lot of those around, and it's still tied to spot in Series 1, even though the
That's
premium is
right.
high. So you hit those really hard when we're down here at 14, maybe.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm checking still.
All right, thank you. Did any of you guys order the 2016 Britannias?
No.
No.
I
feel
haven't.
like I made a mistake by ordering them.
Yeah,
No.
I
And
picked
I'll
up
just say,
I got it.
if it's the same as a generic, why not? It just depends what you pay, whether it was a mistake or not.
Yeah.
I think I got a good
I
deal
paid
on
17.
sale.
I paid $17.75 for my 2012 Series 2 Dragon.
All right, thank you.
How long ago was that?
Maybe a year ago.
I paid about $13 for mine back in 2009.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did, Salivate.
I just want to see if you guys were on the ball and awake here today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's Salivate Metal's sense of humor right there.
And you're awake. You guys know the deal. All right.
We're not stupid.
That's right.
Silver Picker. I spent $16.75 a piece for the Britannia.
Yeah. Did you get it the pre-sale on Provident?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. But see, the problem with that was I wanted to do the e-check, but the e-check is not. They're not doing that right.
Yeah,
yet.
They suspended it for a
No,
while.
they're not.
New,
No, they're not.
That really aggravates the shit out of me.
Yeah, me too. Because I wanted to get it for cheaper, but then I couldn't because I couldn't do the e-check, and I'm not
Apparently,
going to
they're
wait like
moving
3
to a
weeks.
new bank. It's going to be down for a couple weeks because I made a purchase right when they first did that, I guess. And I was like, oh, man. So I had to do the credit card deal.
I
Yeah.
sent him a check, so
Oh, did you? Okay.
yeah.
Did they give a reason why they're doing that?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're moving
updates
to a
or
new
something.
bank.
Oh, they're moving to a new bank?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it'll be back. It'll be back.
Yeah.
I think
But,
JM
I
Bullion
hope-
still has it available.
Yeah, they do. But I just
Yeah,
hope it comes back when, while silver's still down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do what I did. Just send him a check.
Yeah, I wonder why
Yeah.
AppMex hasn't done the e-check thing yet. That surprises me.
I like
Well,
e-check.
because they're stupid.
Right. And it's so much more convenient than having to mail a check.
That's true.
So back to the question, folks. Who has any half-ounce Series 1 or Series 2 silver that they want to trade or sell me?
You're relentless, King Coin.
Who?
You are relentless.
Of course, because I'm so close to completing Series 1 especially.
What are you trying to get, King Coin?
Series 1 or Series 2, the half-ounce lunar. There are 3 or 4 that I need. I'll tell you. I need the 2000. I don't know what the animal is, but I need 2008, 9, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, all I need is 8, 9, and 10 from Series 1. Just a minute, my friends, because I'm checking in my little database here, and Bill Gates sometimes not to cooperate because he's counting his money. And then what year did Series 2 start? Go ahead and laugh at me.
I think 2008 maybe. There was some overlap. There was some overlap between 1 and 2, and they released the last of 2 in
Okay.
multiple years, I think.
All right, my friends. So I need 8, 9, and 10. And if 10 is the year where they did overlap of 1 and 2, I don't. In other words, I don't have anything from 2008, 9, or 10. And damn, I think I'll be caught up. And it started up in 1999, didn't it, with the rabbit?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a neat one too. So, if anybody has anything like that, please private message me, and we'll work out a deal or something.
You know, I have one problem with the Series 1.
What's that?
You know the decorative, what they call, I don't know what they call, there was a name for it, but the decorative design around the animal that is in the Dragon and some of the other coins, they stopped that for several years, like the, I think the mouse and the dog don't have it, and there's a lot of empty space in the coin, and it takes away from the look, because in Series 2 you have a consistent sort of an, you have the rim, and then you have the swirl design, sort of. And that's consistent throughout the whole series, but they didn't do that with the decorative flare.
I totally agree. You're right, Salivate. And in my opinion, that decorative flare that is around the rim actually adds so much delicious eye appeal, and that's why Hi-Ho Silver likes it, because it's a beautiful coin with that flare. I don't know what they call that. I don't know if it's some kind of, Oriental script or Asian script, but it's beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's very nice. I loved how they did that. And they did it with a dragon. It's just beautiful.
Yes, they did. So, well, okie dokie. That's all I got. Did Brian DeLog leave the room?
Yeah, he left a while ago.
No.
Hope his foot heals up nicely.
You got that right. Must be painful.
Hi-ho, that's some beautiful silver you've poured. You've really done a great job in your experimentation. I appreciate you showing us the journey you've taken and to refine that process.
Thanks, man. I figured I might as well save somebody else some money.
Yeah.
I'm trying everything that doesn't work like the typical American. I'll eventually find the right answer.
How many times did Edison fail at the light bulb until he got it right? It's
I'm catching up.
Yep.
Yeah, what I have here is, let's see, Silver Slacker's already claimed a few of those. That's the one that I'm going to do for that Stackers United contest.
Oh, the 6-point-some-odd ounce piece, yeah. That's a nice pour there. Beautiful.
I'm still stuck, I got to talk to Silver Refiner, his channel. He's helped me a couple of times. I can get, like, if you look at this I poured this morning, this is the first of what are going to be 5-ounce hexagons.
Wow, nice.
But if I pour them exactly and pour the whole pour, they look like this.
Oh, wow.
So this stuff here, that's graphite, I think, from the
Okay.
crucible. So right now I'm still choosing beauty over weight. In fact,
Yeah.
I might just stick with it. I kind of have a slogan I came up with this morning. It's odd weights, unusual beauty.
There you go. Hey, can I see the bottom of that piece of the shiny one, of the hexagon?
I haven't stamped these yet.
Oh, that's nice. I kind of like them when they're filled out like that. I'm not a big fan of the bubbles, but that one, that's beautiful.
Some
So
people
that's
really like those bubbles. I don't care
yeah.
so much what the back looks like. I'm trying to get something that looks pretty because I'm a stacker. I want my stuff cheap too, but it's hard to produce this. So if I'm going to send it to my friends, I want to be proud of it, you know, and
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well,
have
you've
them
done a
think
great
it's me.
job, and I think you've succeeded because you've a lot of people are just in high demand. These pieces, these hi ho horses.
Yep, I do enjoy it, and it's a fun hobby, and it gives me something to do besides TV or work.
Bunker bullion has really made a name for itself.
That's kind of an example of what I was talking about before. You know, you never know. I just came up with the word bunker just because I figured that'd be funny. And
Well,
then
and you
now it's
know,
my tag, and now it's a business. You know, you never know how things will go if you just do things.
look, it's tasty as well while you're at it. All you
That's
need is
working
some.
out super well. It gives me a place to it's an outlet. Here I
Yep,
have this. You want it? And that's super simple.
exactly right. Just like you need to do a squirrel series. So that little squirrel that was in that one video.
Yeah, I have Chippy the squirrel, but I have I'm a jazz musician too. So there's a
Oh, cool.
there's a chipmunk I call Thelonious Monk.
Ah, yeah, that's right. I meant that's a name. Yeah.
Yeah, so I might do some stuff. Everybody's kind of so clever in this community, so I'm stealing ideas left and right. I'll steal
Cool.
yours too.
So you're a musician. What you play jazz? I think Big Stack McGee is also a jazz musician. What instrument do you play?
I'm a trumpeter.
Okay, cool. I think he plays. I think he plays either saxophone or another brass instrument.
Yeah, and Losing Louie does the guitar, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a guitar, and I do some recording and play guitar as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I was mostly a classical guy. I've got my master's degree in conducting, so I guess my title is maestro. But
Nice.
but I performed with reggae bands and jazz groups and kind of you can't be a lazy musician who doesn't practice all the time and play classical. It's too
Right.
demanding.
Exactly. That's right. Yep.
Too demanding. Yep. So I get my kicks making little musical videos, put my jazz on there. Sometimes I can't remember who it was. They complained about that obnoxious trumpet, and I said, "Man, that comes for free."
Wow. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Push mute if you don't like it, because I like it.
Yeah. It's a great job. It sounds good.
Hey, hi-ho, when's your next sale?
I'm kind of laying the groundwork now. I promised Silver Slacker a few of these. I need to finish numbering them. Number one sold already, but these are 20, and they'll all be BB2 and then numbered 1 through 20. I'll probably get it up maybe next week.
Very cool.
Some of them I was able to nail the weight just by a coincidence, like that one. It's got
That's
some
cool.
funky lines on it. That's exactly 4 ounces.
That is so cool. How do you make it curved? That's a stupid question, but
Well, a lot of what I've been experimenting is how I'm aiming the gas because I like stuff that's cool like that. So
yeah.
I try to create interesting currents in the surface of the silver as it cools. So I'm literally blowing the silver where I want it in order to create certain looks.
That's nice. It's definitely an art and a science to it. Well, gentlemen and lady, I need to head on out of here, but I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to Silver Siren for inviting me to this chat and everyone else, and I hope you... Two ladies, that's right, PD Ballerina's here too, silent there underneath. I don't know if she's still here, but hello, PD, and There she is. She's saying hi on the side there. And hope you all have a wonderful rest of the Sunday and a good week ahead.
All right.
I'll see you there. I'll
Take
see you
care.
there, Salavit.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Salivate.
Later, Sal.
Okie dokie.
See you there. How are the silver stackers doing?
Good.
Whose collection of silver is that? Is that yours?
Yeah, that's some of the things I poured this last week.
Oh, that is just amazing. I probably don't have as much bars as you do. I just collect coins.
Neat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
I just
I bought something. I don't know whether I can show you. Just give me a minute. I got some coins. Just hold on. We don't get a lot of America the Beautiful up here in Canada, you know. So I bought some America the Beautiful coins. So I just wanted to kind of show you my purchases here. Oh, where's that? Okay, here it is. How do you go up here? Oh, I think my video is not on.
No, you
Yeah.
turn your camera on.
Oh, my camera is on. Okay. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see. I don't have a maybe I don't know if you can see it. Should I put it close to the screen? Should I move it further away?
about
It's
there, and just hold it still. About right there is probably all
Yeah.
right.
right there. Okay. Yeah, it's America the Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
which one?
it's called the Blue Ridge Parkway. Yeah, so that's what I purchased. You know, so and I brought another one. I kind of like those coins. I know like some. But do any of you collect this?
I've
I
got
got
quite a few. Most of us have a bunch of those. Yeah.
yeah, I got a Glacier National Park. So that was being offered for about 150 bucks, you know, Canadian. So I bought that, and then I got a Olympic of America the Beautiful. So you know, these are hard to come by in Canada. So
Ah,
you
Yeah.
know, there are places that sell them, but you don't often see them as much. So I was like, I don't live in Toronto. Maybe if I lived in Toronto, I would probably see a lot of these. But you know, if you live out in the country, you don't see a lot of these. And then I got some more silver. I got the like maple leaf. I don't know if you can see that. It's got like maples on it. It's a 1.5 ounce maple leaf.
ah.
And then I got one of those birds of prey. That's the owl.
I
Birds
need
of
the
prey.
last one. I need the last one, but I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, you cannot find it anywhere. We have lots in Canada. Like they have
Oh man,
lots. Yeah.
I would. No, shoot, I need that one because that's the last
Yeah.
one I need because I got all the first three. I just need the last one.
And then I got some. I'll show you something else also. I got some. I don't know if you're into collecting these coins, eh? Like these are they make about 7,500 of them, but they're kind of cute. You know, you have like the 1 ounce. This is enameled. You have the enamel like a enamel maple leaf, and then they have 1/2 ounce, and then they have the 1/4 ounce, and the one 10th ounce, and the 1/20th ounce.
That's
I don't know
pretty
if
cool.
you're into collecting these ones.
I've never heard of enameled. What does it mean? What is
Enameled means
by
they
enameled? What's that mean?
yeah, it's enameled like it's got the maple leaf is like painted like red or something on the coin.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
colorized.
Yeah, it's
That's-
colorized.
That's the 25th. That's the 2015 fractional set.
Yeah, it's the 2015 fractional set.
Sounds
They
expensive.
they enameled the I guess it was 2013 maybe in red and green too. And
Yeah,
then they have on the
And then
singing moon
I
mask.
got
They
a-
also do the enamel. It's pretty cool. It's not colorized. It's actually enameled on.
yeah, I got another set I wanted to kind of show you. This is I think this is the 2014. Yeah, 2014 fractional set, you know. It's got like it's gold, like the maple leaves are like gold plated, or like they are gold. They got a little like layer of gold like embossed on them.
Yep,
Those are
gilded.
beautiful. Gilded. There you go.
Yeah, it's gilded. Yeah, that's the word. So it's a gilded set.
Is
Fractional
gilded is gilded and colorized interchangeable, or is there a difference between the two? Would you say?
I think there's a difference. Colorized like is
Yeah.
it's got different like they put different colors on it, so they could put like red or they could put green. Gilded is more like gold, you know. It's got a
Gilded
like,
is
layer of gold on it.
yeah, it's a layer of 24 karat gold, super thin.
I think it's like paint on like it's a gold paint, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, not no, I cannot spend. I would love to spend more money on coins, but you know, I spent over like 400 $400. I know that might seem like less to you. Like y'all probably spend a lot more than $400, but you know, right now, like I have to take a break from collecting coins because I'm helping
Sure.
my folks to they're selling their house. They're moving to closer to me. They live in another part of Canada. They're selling their house, so they're moving closer to where I am, and they're going to be
Cool.
buying a new house. So I'm helping them pay for their new house as well as pay off their mortgage. So I have to hold off on my silver purchases for some time.
It's understandable.
Yeah, you know, so I spent over $400 and you know my but I just that was okay, you know, because but I cannot spend any more, you know. And my mom and dad are really into gold, so they're saying like you should buy more gold, you know, but buy less silver because now I think I got about over like 4,000 ounces now of silver.
That's enough.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I got like too much silver. I got about like maybe like
Yeah.
about 6 ounces of gold, and you know I'm trying to see if I can increase my gold ounce. You know so that's what I'm looking at, and uh, it depends on our economy and how well we do this year. So if we make enough money and there's extra money, I might buy a 1 ounce gold. I don't know yet. Like I'm probably gonna stick with the maple leaf, the gold maple leaf. Like I don't I'm not into like the American eagle or the pandas or the lunars. Not so much though. Here in Canada, we see a lot of the maple leaves.
Gold. If you know it's a problem, start with the 10th ounce. You don't have to jump right into the 1 ounce.
That's right.
Well, I feel the 1/10 ounce is kind of a ripoff because you know like when I was looking at like 1/10 ounce, like when I bought my first 1/10 ounce, it's so small. You know, like you pay like about 150 like $200 a year, and you get like it's the size of a dime. and you see, oh my God, that's such a ripoff. It's better just buying the 1 ounce, you know.
Well,
Hey,
I don't buy Canadian, through Canada, but we get them pretty reasonable down here.
Yeah, I think your prices are better. Like I have to move down to the States. You know, if you buy coins, you got to move down south because it's still very expensive here.
Now, make a trip
And
across the bridge and come to Canada or come to
yeah,
Buffalo.
I got to go down south, and then I looked at some of your companies down south, like Provident Metals and AppMix and all. Oh my gosh, they have like such good stuff. And unfortunately, I cannot buy from them, place orders from them because I have to it's Canadian dollars, and they want everything in US dollars, and our dollar is low, so it's more
Pro-
expensive like to order.
check out Provident Metals. About 3 months ago, they made a Canadian site.
Yeah, but can you pay in Canadian dollars or is it just like the US dollar?
It's designed just to sell to you, so it's going to be what you want probably.
Oh, okay.
It'll recognize. Let's see, I took a trip up to Vancouver, British Columbia, turned my computer on, went to Provident, and it's feeding me the Canadian version of their site. They don't sell near as much stuff, but it's all catered to Canadian purchasers.
Oh, okay.
It's new, so you should check that out.
All right. Well, if I buy like silver and gold, like I usually there are two companies that I will two or three companies that I will buy them from in Canada. There's Silver Gold Bull you've probably heard of, right? Silver Gold Bull is very nice. They have a lot of products. If you pay $500, I think like if your purchase is over $500, shipping is free. So I don't know whether it's for just Canadians, but I think it's for Americans too. So your shipping is free if your order is above $500. They have a promotion. So if you're thinking of ordering like silver or gold, you order over $500, it's free. Shipping is free, so it's good. Uh, the other company that is really good is this Canadian PMX, Precious Metals Exchange, but like they don't have really. I find like they don't have really good deals. They have a sort of like you spend like maybe like $500, they'll give you $10 off your next purchase. Or you spend $1,000, they'll give you $50 off your next purchase. But you have to spend more money, and then they'll give you like $10, $20 off, which I don't think is really that good. It's Canadian Precious Metals Exchange, and the last company that I think is really good is I don't know if you heard of it, Colonial Acres. They are based out of Kitchener, Ontario. They got really good deals, and I don't know whether you place some of you place orders, but they have like the 10th of every month they have a blowout special, so you can they give things at a discount prices, like they will have like silver or they'll have gold, so you can get it at discounts. They have a blowout special at the 10th of every month. Oh, I think the second Friday of every month. I think they changed that. So I think it's the second Friday of every month. And they also have another thing. It's called Unique Deals, and that's the last Friday of every month. They have they will give you like coins that are like some coins that are unique. Like you won't find them. Like they are rare. Some of the coins are rare, and some of them are you won't find them in the market. You know. Does anybody collect any historical coins like coins of Tsar Nicholas II, or coins of like Louis the 14th or Louis the 16th. Like historical coins like of different monarchs.
Yeah, I don't collect those, so I don't know much about that at all.
Okay, well they have sometimes some unique coins. Like they had a coin of Tsar Alexander III of Russia. I've never seen a coin like that. Like it's like a big coin. It's so and then they had guineas. I don't know if does anybody here have a guinea, like a British guinea. A
Yeah,
guinea is a
lots of guys do. It looks like some of the guys are on mute, so you're only talking to a couple people right now. But I know a lot of guys
oh,
have those.
okay. Well, they have they have like Charles the First and Charles the Second, so you can get like a lot of like unique coins anyway. So maybe that's something that you can, if you live in the United States, you can check out Colonial Acres. It's a good company,
Huh.
So check them out. Like this, you can go on Google and you can search, and you might find something unique that you may not have in your collection. I don't know whether you're collectors. I think you're more stackers. Are you guys stackers, or are you guys collectors?
Both.
Oh, you're both. Okay.
By the way, I just checked. Provident has 1/10 maples for Canada. For you in Canadian money, it's $168.
Oh, 160. Okay. Okay. Not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. I'm just saying, if you can't afford to do, a whole ounce,
Oh
start
yeah.
with fence. That's what I
Start with
started
that,
with.
yeah. I think you're right. Like it's good to collect the 1/10 and the 1/4 and all that, because 1 ounce is like a lot, still a lot. Like I think it's about like 1,200 or 1,300 now Canadian dollars. That's gold, like in Canada. But United States, I think it's like about $1,000 or something.
Oh
Like it's
no,
close to 1,000.
no, it's still 11 plus.
Oh, yeah. I wish gold went down below 1,000, then it would be good.
Hey, it's about to go down probably, so hang on.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
I don't know. Maybe I've gone into the precious metals at the wrong time. Like I'm buying more than I'm selling. Like I've not sold a single of my collection. I've not sold anything. I've just been collecting, or as you say, stacking. I've not been selling anything.
Well, depending on what your goals are, this is a great time. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what you're doing it and why you're doing it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a great time to
It's
buy
just like you see
metal.
your silver and you see gold and you see, oh my God, um it's just like, it's just fantastic. Do I really want to part with it? You know, do I really want to part with this collection? And you look at each coin and you look at each design and you see, wow, how did they do that?
Yeah, you sound like most of us.
Yeah, I sound like you, right?
Easy to buy, hard to part with.
Yep.
Hard to part with, yeah. Yeah, it's priceless, and I think I mentioned earlier, I have an uncle who left me a collection. He's got like all old, like I'm originally from India, and he's got very old Indian coins.
You're from India? We would have never guessed.
Oh, you never guessed, okay. Well, there was a lady who said I look more Persian, or like Syrian or Egyptian or something like that. She was saying.
Yeah, but you sound Indian.
I sound Indian, yeah.
How you doing, EQ?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, guys?
Hey,
Not bad,
EQ.
man.
How you
What's
doing?
up?
I rarely get time to come on, so I thought this was very auspicious.
Oh,
Oh, I see a gold panda
I
there.
was like, wow, okay. Let me
glad
see if
that
I
you're
can.
here.
Huh?
I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah, man. It's just a nice thing to be able to come together.
All right, if you guys had to make a prediction, what do you see silver and gold going to this week?
This week,
Yes,
it's probably going to go lower.
really. What would you
14.
say it's going to? Like, if you
I'm
had to
seeing
guess.
silver is
Yeah,
going lower.
It's
Silver
going to
will
test
probably,
the 14, test that level 14 and maybe a little lower, but I'll bet it doesn't go. I think that support at 14 is going to be pretty solid.
I'm seeing it's going to $8.
No, you wish.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
this week, maybe next
That'll
week.
I
that'll
wish.
that'll put some that'll make the heart go into palpitations.
I
That
wish it
will
would
be
go
a
to
day to
$8.
get out the money and buy.
Yeah, you can buy like you can buy tons of silver. You can design your own entire room out of silver.
Yeah, someone would probably build a house out of silver if one goes
Yeah,
down.
just keep it away from electricity. Silver is the best conductor of electricity.
Yeah.
Don't get electrocuted.
Now the dealers,
Yeah.
the dealers will keep the price up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Gold, I don't know. Oh, that looks like a beautiful coin. What is that?
That's a coin. PD Ballerina was on here, and I'm about to sell this, and I know she's interested, and I was hoping to lure her out. Here,
I like that.
Yeah, it's super cool. That's
That's
What is
pretty
that, 1
nice.
ounce?
no, it's a 5 ounce. Here, I'll explain what it is. Here, just a minute, dude. So
I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
we're,
right, we can only talk one at a time. There's somebody who keeps talking. Careful.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. It's minted in Mexico at the Mexico City Mint. It's the ANA like 96th anniversary migration of the Mariposa butterflies. There was 2,000 of them. They originally came in a set with a little 1/10 ounce gold, but I know that a couple of people are interested, and I'm about ready to list this, so I thought I would see if I could lure PD Ballerina. I know that she likes this one.
Wow, that's very cool.
I've never seen a coin like that.
It's really pretty. 5 ounce, very nice.
That's
How
a
much?
very cool idea for design.
Definitely.
how much?
Well, we can talk in private. If you're interested, you can just send me a message. Usually they're in the 200 range.
That's okay.
Some people, the collectors, they really are looking for the set with the box, but it's still even hard to find the separate pieces nowadays. I don't collect this stuff, but I just saw it at a price that I thought somebody in the community might be able to.
Wow, those are beautiful butterflies. What butterfly is that?
I think it's the Mariposa butterflies, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I have a guy who I live in a small town, and there's a guy that he collects butterflies. So he says he's also into coins, and he says that if you ever find a coin with a butterfly, you save it for me. Oh, it's a monarch butterfly. Wow, that is incredible.
Pretty
Monarch
cool.
butterflies are nice. Wow.